So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead with things, I guess. It's gonna be Reddit. It's gonna be some interesting questions. It's gonna be some interesting facts. It's gonna be things. The first, as surprisingly as it might sound, is from the Stoicism subreddit. Long time no see. Insane. What do you think of this? You don't become a man by killing the child in you. You become a man by protecting him. Some clarification. The child is the symbol of pure emotions, feelings, and expression, whereas the man is the symbol of stoicism. In other words, the first sentence is saying that stoicism is not a killing or deed suppression of one's feelings, but rather, as the second sentence continues, it's the ability to allow yourself to feel the wide range of emotions to nurture and protect your inner self. Because once you feel like you've got your own back, physically and emotionally, once you feel safe in your being, you will express your emotions in a healthy way that looks strong, honest, and bold, therefore remaining stoic. Something it immediately reminded me of was being comfortable with the people around you and then really being you, which is something that I'm seeing quite often. I mean, when I'm having to work with people that I have just quote unquote met, and I don't know them for so long and they don't know me and we are not friends or whatever, then I'm for sure not gonna act as I act when I'm around my friends. Then I'm a completely different person. I am authentic, I am me. But when I'm around strangers, I obviously am, well, not fully me. Of course, I am part of me. Like, I'm not going to pretend to be a different person. I don't pretend to be somewhat of maybe one could say better person as I really am, to kind of, I don't know, make them like me or make them feel differently about me than they would feel when they would know my real personality, so to speak. But if I really get to know people and if I get comfortable, which is kind of the important word here, when I get comfortable around certain people, then it's really going to be authentically me. Then there's going to be, jokes that I make, then there's going to be things that I say, then there's going to be ways I just act in, that I just normally don't express or don't show when I'm around people that don't know me that well and I don't know them that well. Which, as I'm thinking about it, is very funny because, why exactly? Well, this is actually a pretty good point. One of the, I think, it's not admins, but moderators said, please add some clarification about how this relates to Stoicism, because as of now, I have to remove the post according to the stay relevant to Stoicism rule. You can resubmit the post with changes or edit this one and reply to my comment. I added some clarification and let me know what you think. Looks good, thanks, I restored the post. Well, agree, Stoicism definitely helped me with my own inner child work for the same reasons you list. I'm not sure what allow yourself to feel the wide range of emotions really means. Forgetting Stoicism for the moment, suppose you go to a cognitive behavioral therapist, or CBT, and say, I feel a deep sense of despair because I know I'll never amount to anything. You will not be encountered to feel despair. The therapist will try to get you to analyze the reasons you feel despair and decide if they are justified. The intention of the therapist is that you will decide it's not appropriate to feel despair and change your pattern of thoughts so that you don't feel it. Which is the concept. Concept of Stoicism, but CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy. That, as the name also says, cognitive behavior, how you function in your head, what you say, what you think about yourself, what you think about other people, and so on and so forth, which really can change things. I mean, if you constantly tell yourself that you're a piece of shit, guess what's gonna happen? Guess how you're gonna feel about yourself, and guess how you probably also gonna look from the outside. You're not gonna be particularly happy, I assume, and you're not gonna be Well, yeah, that not necessarily anyway. If you tell a Buddhist you are suffering, they will tell you that attachment to desire is the root of all suffering and hope that you will detach yourself and stop suffering. If you tell a Christian you are tormented by shame over something you've done, they will urge you to confess your sin and resolve never to commit it again, after which the shame will cease. In common with most philosophies and therapies, Stoicism holds that some emotions, quote unquote passions or pathia, are undesirable. They should not be denied or suppressed, but they should be eliminated by removing their root cause. Great insight. This goes along with the need to like yourself. You have to like you genuinely, and to do that, you have to observe without judgment your emotions and allow yourself to feel. Yeah, judging yourself is one of the dumbest things one can do, even though sometimes I'm doing it as well, I'm not gonna lie. And we all do it to some degree, but we shouldn't. Like, what is the benefit of that? It's not gonna make things better, but it's gonna make things way, 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 way worse, to be honest. Finally, in a great space after my wife passed away 16 months ago, and I haven't felt better. This post is more for the use as an outlet to write how things have been going after I started to work on myself, and that I am really excited for the future. For a little context, my 34-year-old wife passed away in October 2019, well, let me guess, cancer or some other illness, from a very short battle with cancer, leaving behind me and our 3-year-old son at the time. We only had confirmed 2 months prior in August that she had cancer, and it had already metastasized when we found out 2 months later. She ended up getting an infection, and ultimately that is how she passed. To say these last 17 months have been surreal is an understatement. It's just when I thought things were starting to move in the right direction, COVID happened and completely derailed me. I was forced to care for my son full-time as his daycare closed, had to work from home, and had to isolate from most help I had. Which sounds rough, and the reason why I'm reading this, the reason why I'm going through this, the reason, and it's probably not all, but I think it is enough of an insight to feel happy about one's own position. I mean, this is a fucked up place to be in. It's a very, very, very difficult place, for him and also his son as well. And be grateful that you're not in such a position. If you're not in such a position, I mean, chances are there, And if you are, I just wish you the best from the bottom of my heart, as I do actually wish everyone, no matter if you're going through something or you're not, but enjoy your life. Try to enjoy your life and try to make your life as good as you can. And, well, you don't have to necessarily unnecessarily hurt yourself, which is something that I do. I just make my life way worse and way more difficult than it has to be because of some really dumb reasons. Well, the reason being quite, nothing, I would say. Like why? What is the reason behind that? I sometimes don't understand. What I want to say is that balance in life is okay, and there's so much to life than working and money and whatever media suggests you to strive for. What about friends? What about having a great life? What about living your life in a great way, which does not mean drinking every single day until you kind of are out of your mind? This is not what I mean. This is not what life should be about. The longer your life is, obviously, the more you can also do and the more you can see and whatnot. So there is a reason why, living a healthy lifestyle makes just sense, besides the fact that you're just going to feel better about yourself and that, you probably do also have those opportunities that you wouldn't have with a very, very unhealthy lifestyle. Maybe the opportunity of marrying the person that you really want to marry, for example. I mean, looks still matter, at my point of view, but this is just my opinion. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see if there's something else. Image, live your life. Funny. My mom said something. You can lie down for people to walk on you and they will still complain that you're not flat enough. Live your life. And I actually want to check how long that I'm recording. I want and need to record something else today as well. I'm keeping this as a very short one. And the overall message being, live your life. Be happy, be healthy, be a generous person, be somebody that is helping other people, and be somebody that you're proud of. Be somebody that you're proud of being. See you soon. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.